Hello my dear friends, welcome back to my channel English with SHYAM Sir English. I am your SHYAM Sir. How are you all? I hope you're all doing well and I believe that your preparation is going 100% in the right way. Without further delay, let's get started. Today I have a beautiful article awaiting. Like you all know, I am going to follow 3 steps. Step number 1, my dear friends, I am going to explain the article, what is the content presented in the article in a simple and a nutshell manner. Step number 2, I am going to select some very good vocabulary present in the article and I'll be sharing those words with you. Step number 3, I'll be also trying to share with you some grammar related important rules and good points that can be expected in the exams tomorrow. Let's begin with the step number 1. I want you to focus on this. Step number 1 is the stage number 1 is the stage where I'll be explaining this article in a simple language. There are simple 5 points mentioned in the article. Point number 1. This article basically emphasized on the issue called bail conditions, bail rules, bail law. We all know the word bail. Sometimes the accused will be granted bail by the court, or sometimes the bail will not be granted and the bail will be rejected, or even the bail petitions will be rejected for some reasons. So the whole article is about bail conditions, number 1. Point number 2, my dear friends, sometimes in India there were and there have been a few instances where even though the person concerned is eligible to get the bail, he or she is not granted the bail. He or she is, denied the bail. Why? Some reasons like personal, emotional reasons, or caste, religion, and any other pressures. Point number 3 mentioned in the article is very important. The judiciary system is the system which a common man has always been reckoning upon. So at any cost, a common man should not lose faith in the judiciary system. So it is a responsibility of the judiciary system and the judges concerned to safeguard and protect the common man's faith. Point number 4. There were and there have been some instances in India by various courts, sometimes high courts or supreme courts, where, my dear friends, even though the person concerned is not eligible to get the bail, he might get the bail, or when he is eligible to get the bail is denied. Especially the worst part is sometimes undue conditions are given in the process of getting the bail. Undue conditions means the conditions which are not as per the rules, the conditions which are not presented in any of the books related to judiciary or IPC sections. Why is this happening? This should not happen. So in a very simple language, this article is an advisory article. This article is an advisory note, a kind of warning. The judiciary system in India should never fail to abide by the values of the Constitution. The judiciary system should never fail to adhere to the rules prescribed in the law books, in the jurisdiction. If that doesn't happen, there will be one day when people may lose faith in the same system, and if that happens, consequences are going to be horrible. So this is the article and this is the content given in the article, my dear friends. I hope everybody understood this. 5 points, simple points to understand. This is a very easy to understand article, provided you have some basic idea about the context of the article. Friends, step number 1 is done. Now step number 2, my dear friends, I am going to choose some important vocabulary in the article and I will be sharing those with you. The very first vocabulary is in the headlines itself, onerous bail conditions. Onerous, very difficult, very tough. very difficult or very tough, my dear friends. So that is the vocabulary number 1. Important word for competitive exams. If any of you is preparing for competitive exams, yes, onerous is an important vocabulary for you, my dear friends. Now, what is this vocabulary number 2, my dear friends? Contingent on. So, but made regular bail contingent on. What is contingent? Difficult again. So, onerous and contingent are very, very close, my dear friends. Bail process is getting difficult. Contingent is difficult. See the preposition contingent on. Very important preposition, my dear friends. We'll talk about this later. Now, let me try to share with you some more important vocabulary, my dear friends. So far I have discussed with you 2 important words, my dear friends. Vocabulary number 1 is, my dear friends, onerous. Onerous is a very important vocabulary. The meaning is difficult. Then we say contingent. Contingent is a very, very, very important word, my dear friends. Contingent is a very important word. Okay. Then let me take you to the next important vocabulary here. Follow the words, follow the vocabulary carefully. Okay. Chalo. Right. So preclude. What is meant by preclude? Preclude means, my dear friends, prevent. Preclude means prevent. Prevent something, prevent from something happening, Preclude means prevent. See, prevent, preclude, both are same. Then the next vocabulary is fleeing. What is meant by fleeing, my dear friends? Run away, escape. Fleeing means, my dear friends, run away or escape. Fleeing, run away or escape. Okay. Now we have another important vocabulary here that says, my dear friends, that says tampering. What is meant by tampering, my dear friends? Tampering means damage or destroy. Tampering with the evidence. See, tampering is a very important word, my dear friends. Tampering, damage or destroy. Are you ready for the next vocabulary, my dear friends? Don't expect me to write all the words. I'll be writing only 5 to 10 words on the screen, and remaining words I'll be only circling them in this article as well. I'm writing these words for you to understand the process of making running notes. Okay, this is how you have to make running notes, my dear friends. Chalo. Then let me take you to some more good vocabulary, my dear friends. Impinge. Impinge means, take into control, or impinge means, my dear friends, disturb. Impinge on freedom. Impinge is a beautiful vocabulary, my dear friends. Impinge means, in a simple language, take into control. Impinge on others' freedom means disturb. Impinge on others' freedom means disturb, my dear friends. What is compliance? Complete support. Compliance. Let me write comply here. Okay, let me write comply. Comply means complete support, my dear friends. Comply is equal to complete support. Comply is equal to complete support. See, again this beautiful word called onerous came. Onerous means what, my dear friends? Onerous means very, very difficult. Onerous means very, very difficult. Okay. Then let me take you to another important vocabulary here. Denounce. I am not going to write any more word. You make running notes. Denounce, reject, oppose. Denounce is reject, oppose, my dear friends. Reject, oppose. Salutary effect, positive. Salutary effect, positive. Molest, sexual harassment. You know what molest is, right? Molest is a very common word we use, right? Molest is sexual harassment, my dear friends. Molest means sexual harassment, my dear friends. Then again, like I have said, ought to. What is meant by ought to, my dear friends? Ought to means should. Ought to means should, my dear friends. Ought to is a simple grammar word we use, right? Ought to is equal to should. Chalo. Let me take you to some more important vocabulary presented in the paragraph. Okay. See this. Legion of. What is meant by legion of? Plenty of. Legion of means plenty of. Many, we say. Legion means, my dear friends, plenty of. Wading into matters of religion. In a very simple language, my dear friends, Wading into means involving into without permission, wade into, wade into means, my dear friends, wade into means without entering without permission, or involving into quite personal matters. Like I have said, at times there were instances when the judiciary system or a few judges got to involve into too much of personal matters out of the box and gave judgments based on that, which is not good, right? So then I think undermine is reduce, undermine is reduce, my dear friends, undermine is reduce. This is one of my most favorite sentences, my dear friends. The whole article is one, this sentence is something that impressed me so much. The sentence says, my dear friends, a judicial order can be trenchant and temperate at the same time. See, a judicial order can be trenchant and temperate at the same time. A judicial order can be trenchant and temperate at the same time. It means what? A judicial order can be good and bad, positive and negative, boon and bane, trenchant and temperate, positive and negative. So my dear friends, I have done with the level 2, stage number 2, that is good number of vocabulary I have tried to share with you. Now, without further delay, stage number 3, my dear friends, important points related to grammar. Very, very, very important prepositions. Contingent on. Contingent on is something very, very, very important, my dear friends. Legion of. What is legion of? You remember? Plenty of. Legion of is plenty of, my dear friends. Then we say wade into. What is wade into? Involve into. Involve in somebody's matters. Involve in somebody's matters. So most of the rules based on, most of the rules in this article are based on prepositions. Okay, so I think the same homework is something that I am going to give you today. I want you, my dear friends, today's homework, I want you to create a beautiful example with this expression contingent on. I want you to create a beautiful example with the expression legion of. I want you to create a beautiful example with the expression wade into. So 3 important grammar points. 3 important grammar points from today's article, in this today's video. Create beautiful examples with these 3 expressions, my dear friends. I'll be waiting for your examples. Keep giving constantly your feedback in the comment section. I'll definitely spend separately some quality time to talk about your feedback, your comments, your queries and your examples. I hope this video is useful and interesting. Friends, watching this video is not going to help you unless you read this article. So, as you know, I am going to share the same article, my dear friends, on my Telegram channel, English with SHYAM Sir. Do join English with SHYAM Sir Telegram channel and read this video. Don't forget to keep watching this video. Don't forget to keep following my channel, English with SHYAM Sir, in the bracket English. If you want to watch Telugu, videos, you can subscribe to my channel, English with SHYAM Sir, which is going to be in Telugu. This is English with SHYAM Sir in English. I hope the video is interesting. Good luck. See you in my next video. Signing off, your SHYAM Sir.